Falcon and the Winter Soldier is an interesting show because it's pretty much tailor-made for the times we're living in right now. You have the Flag Smashers, one group in the show, who are very sympathetically portrayed, but are clearly doing things which are just straight up wrong and evil. And they're one group. Another group is Isaiah Bradley, who is a super soldier, but he was the only super soldier that Serum worked on during this experiment after Steve Rogers. After Steve Rogers was frozen in the Arctic. So Isaiah Bradley was then locked up and experimented on for 30 long years. And when the main character finds him, that's Sam Elliott, finds him, he's living in this very poor area of the city and is bitter and just very angry about everything that happened to him, rightfully so. And he just straight up brings race into the issue when he says that, he just says it. He says, like, nothing's changed since before I was put into prison and labs and experimented on. A black man will never become Captain America. And he says that. I'm not putting words into his mouth. That's what he says. Don't come after me, YouTube, please. It sounds so bad in my mouth. I hate it. Because it's very untrue. Very untrue. The next thing, that's one group. That's one view on America. And that's very much the core of the show, right? Who gets to hold the shield, which kind of clearly represents America. Who gets to decide what America represents? The shield is everything Mjolnir wanted to be. Then, so there's two groups. You got the Flag Smashers, you got Isaiah Bradley, and then you have John Walker, who kind of represents what America looks like in the eyes of the Flag Smashers and Isaiah Bradley. Because nobody looks at America and at John Walker, right, who's angry and violent and, you know, gets in everybody's face and doing things in pursuit of his own power. Oof. Nobody looks at him and thinks, yes, that is what America should look like. That's what it seems like. That's what it looks like in the eyes of the Flag Smashers and Isaiah Bradley. That's what they think America looks like. And that's what John Walker represents. And then you get Sam Elliott. He's the main character. He's got to decide, what does America look like, right? Does it look like Sam? Does it look like what Bradley thinks it looks like? Which is just, you know, completely racist and shot through, and there's no hope of equality ever. Like he says, if you're not bitter, are you blind? That's what he says. Is it just complete colonial power dominator that will just destroy everybody else's lives for its own power, which is what the Flag Smashers see, and that's why they want to destroy America. They don't say explicitly America, but their leader does say, if I had the shield, I would destroy it, right? So that's what she thinks about America. And then you get, that's it. And then you get John Walker. And this is the correct view about America. Are we just, completely dominated by power hungry warmongers? That's his view that's what he wants to do. And Sam Elliott has to take all this into context and put it into context with who Captain America actually was, right? And he's the person who actually knew Captain America, and he's the person who Captain America wanted to have the shield, right? So he kind of has that right to choose what the shield means. And that's what he has to do at the end of the show. Which is, I'm recording this before the finale, so I don't know what happens. I just know he's about to carry the shield into battle. And the interesting thing is, what's his name? James. Bucky always knew that Sam was supposed to carry the shield, right? So he had no doubt. Bucky never had any doubt about what the shield represented. So he's there kind of as a objective source here, right? He's got his own plot going on too, but that's kind of unrelated to America, I think. because he's doing some stuff with the Wakanda, you know, dealing with his own redemption, right? He has to deal with becoming satisfied with who he is now instead of being defining himself as the Winter Soldier, right? He's still getting over all that. He has to be able to get over. That's what's gonna be his character arc. He just has to get over what he did as a Winter Soldier. But Sam Elliott is where the conflict of the whole story kind of revolves around, because it revolves around the Shield. And Bucky's on the side of that, but Sam